Buyers have come in heavy on crypto. Here's what the charts are saying. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Davinci Jeremy. I'm in the pot 5x5. Hope you are doing well wherever you are in this world. Man, it is always an exciting time in crypto. And, people always ask me about crypto and I was asked a question about, what do I think about Bitcoin, saving in Bitcoin, and it's a little scary, right? It's scary. It goes up and down, right? What if it goes to zero? What if I lose all my money? Can you guarantee me that I'm not going to lose all my money? And I say no. But what I can guarantee, because you could lose it basically by losing your passwords and stuff like that. So there you go. But what I can guarantee is that the odds of it going to zero are significantly low enough for you to bet on Bitcoin. Significantly low. Right? In fact, if you even ask ChatGPT, it's unlikely to go to zero. Right? And so, because of the widespread adoption, decentralization, institutional backing, and the store of value narrative. Not narrative. It is a store of value. It's not a narrative, right? That's like saying, we have an asset here that has limited supply, that's fixed in supply, and everybody wants it. So, that's not a narrative. That is the fact. Period. So, with that said, if you just save, and I know you're scared. But if you can save in Bitcoin, you will be well off in the future. If you save in fiat currency, you are going to be broke in the future. Period. Right? So, if you don't believe that, I think you should really, truly let that sink in, because that's coming to a theater near you. Okay, with that said, let's move on. We're going to be doing some trading. If you're interested in trading, you can do so at bybit.davinci15.com or WEEX if you live in the land of the free, home of the not so free, actually, and home of the not so brave anymore, because they believe in not knowing what a woman is. But anyways. All right, with that said, right, if you live in any of these places that restrict your ability to trade, you could do so with weex.davinci15.com. Link is in the description below. I have a trade open already on BTC, but I had a trade on short trade on, Solana, and we closed that, and we'll talk about that in a second. But let's talk about Bitcoin first. Bitcoin, this downward movement and then upward back up here, and then break higher of this what this is called, a railroad tracks, really, basically on daily, is a bullish sign, right? Usually Bitcoin doesn't like V bottoms, right? Crypto, especially Bitcoin, doesn't like V bottoms. But this is such a big move, and so on top of that, we cleared the top of this wick here. It is hard to say that we are going to retest the lows. Not impossible, just hard to say that is the next move for Bitcoin. Can we come back down a little bit? Yes, but there is a high probability that this is going to go higher. So if you had a short here and you didn't take profits because it came so close to our profit, I mean ridiculously close. Oh my God. And you didn't take profits, well, hopefully you took profits on the halfway mark or somewhere up here, because obviously things were looking really bad. And if you didn't, well, you're going to have to take profits now and just walk away. I mean, yes, it can go lower, but it's not worth it. The probability of us going higher has significantly increased. Why? Well, if we go down to the lower time frames, you can see there is just something called higher highs and higher lows here, indicating the clear direction of this particular trend. So we have to say the trend is our friend until the end, and the overall trend is up. So we have to be clear on that and decide, okay, well, you know what, it's drawing out a head and shoulders pattern here. I don't think it's going to allow this head and shoulders pattern to to actually come to fruition. And there it is, right? If we break above this head, this side of the shoulder, that's it. It's wiped out. So, and we almost did, right? So, or did we? No, not quite. And so, effectively, we can say that this is bullish situation for Bitcoin. Looking for an entry, well, looking at an entry here, you can always just scale in, right? This is most likely a bullish situation. Fortunately, your stop loss is way at the bottom of this wick, and that's why it's very difficult to trade this. Very difficult to trade. So if your stop loss is really at the bottom of the wick, your what's it called? Your positions have to be a little bit lower here, so that you can get something out of this, right? If it were to be successful, right? And there's no guarantees of that, right? So you want to get paid, right? Because traders trade so they can get paid, right? So let's go right here. There we go. And then you need a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio. So this is going to take us to, above the all-time high. So you can just pretty much ride this forever. Ride this, right? So you're looking to get in. You're looking to get in below this entry level, which is the 105, $100 level. And anything below that, you're getting in. You just buy. The stop loss down here, right? Which is a 5%. So make sure you don't go too heavy. If you're gonna go with leverage, you're not gonna go too heavy on this, right? And usually, when they set up the market like that, you're usually right, because most traders are too afraid to trade with high leverage and so forth, so that they can make sure that the traders don't go win and go, whoa, here's $100 million at 10x leverage, right? No, right? Besides, most of the time they can't afford it, so no. Anyways, moving on to Solana, you can see there's also higher highs, right? Higher high, right here. If you guys can't see it, I will draw it out for you right here. Higher highs, right here. This is high. This is another high. That's higher. This is another high. There we go. So with that said, I had to walk from that trade as this thing was creating higher lows as well, right here, and now another higher low probably coming in here as well. Lots of W's, lots of cup and handles. So we have to walk from this trade. This looks like we're going to be reversing in a short amount of time. Also looking at Ethereum, it's basically tighten up the bands on the 4 hour, so we can see an explosive move higher. It doesn't clearly show higher highs and higher lows here, but there is a case of that if we go down to the lower time frames, of course, right? You can see it a bit clearer, maybe a little bit better, but it was right here, higher high, and this was a little bit higher, right? There you go, the wick there. And then now we broke this low, which is not the greatest thing, but everything else looks pretty hunky dory. So we can say that this is probably headed a lot higher. That's going to hold the lower levels here at the $2,300 level, $2,386 level. So even if we go a little bit lower and retest the lows just to get people spooked, it's still going a lot higher. I believe. So you can jump in on a trade here at weex.davincij15.com or bybit.davincij15.com. I am looking to add to the Bitcoin trade right now. Let's add a little bit to the Bitcoin trade right now on Weex. I'm going to add 2%. Right? Let's see, what am I at? What leverage am I at with this Bitcoin trade? No, this is Solana, sorry. Let me just go with Solana, with Bitcoin. I'm going to add 2%. This is 10x. I wonder, can we drop the leverage a little bit? No, you know what? Screw it. I don't think we're going to break anyways. So, to the lows to wipe me out here. So, I'm going to add a little bit. And let's do this. Let's do this. Should we trade this? This one's... no, I'm not happy with the trade here. And I'm not happy with this trade here. No. So I'm going to wait. I'm going to hold my hands because there's nothing that I don't see a pattern that I want, right? And I could jump in on a trade here because there's clear skies here, but it's not worth it. It's not worth it. Right? I'm going to wait until there is a clear pattern here before I jump in on a trade, and then I'm going to do that only when the trade is clear. And you can see we just crossed the 200 period moving average for the 4 hour, and so we might want to play around with that for a little bit. Yes, the Bollinger Bands are tightening, so that means a trade will show up shortly. I'm going to wait for that and then make the trade and execute in the next little while. Okay, well, that's it. With that said, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's episode, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.